Hello everyone, good afternoon. No, you can do better. Good afternoon. That's better. Hello, my name is Dr. David Bull. I am a medical doctor, I'm a television presenter, and I am an extremely passionate campaigner. Do you know, my whole remit for what I've done over the last 24 years is I've been fighting to improve the health of the nation. I have a very simple maxim. I believe that if I can give you as much information as you can make really positive choices, not just about your health, but about the entire direction of your lives. And that's one of the reasons that I'm here today. Campaigning runs in my blood. I've been involved in some very, very big medical campaigns. I've been campaigning to clean up some of the filthy hospitals in this country. They are a disgrace. I've been campaigning so that now every single child that is born in Britain is now screened for the life-threatening condition cystic fibrosis. I have also been working very hard to improve the sexual health of young people. I wrote the Conservative government's white paper on sexual health. I've been involved with elderly care. We need to treat older people with dignity, with respect, and that is not happening. And I want every single child in a state school in Britain to have at least one hot meal a day. Children are not being fed properly, and if they're not being fed properly, they cannot concentrate at school. But those are really important campaigns, but this campaign is the biggest campaign of my life, because I am here because I believe we need to fight to respect the will of the British people. Because I think democracy is at stake. There's a fragmentation of democracy. And across the Northwest, when I'm here filming, talking to people, people are absolutely livid. They are very angry about what's going on, and it has united people across the political spectrum. People say to me all the time, my friends who are Remainers say, well, you didn't know what you were voting for. Well, we did. We did. We knew we were leaving the EU, the single market, and the customs union. It was very clear, and everyone said they would respect the result of that referendum. So, we had the vote. It was amazing. The biggest democratic vote in the history of Britain. 17.4 million people voted. 3.5 million people in the Northwest. Nearly 60% here in Fylde actually voted to leave. And we thought we were leaving. But 3 years later, we haven't left. And why is that? The reason is that Westminster and politicians do not want us to leave across party. And it is simply not acceptable. They are doing everything they can to ensure that we don't leave. Theresa May has taken her deal back 3 times. After last night's local elections, she will be determined to get it back a 4th time. Now, I can tell her as a doctor, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing time and time again and expecting a different result. So, Mrs. May, Dr. Bull is going to get his prescription pad out because you need some medication. I just very quickly want to say something about medicine. Lots of people are throwing around loads of lies and dishonesty and untruths about medicine. We are told the NHS, if we go to a WTO Brexit, the whole of the health system will collapse. There will be no drugs available. There will be no antibiotics. We are going to get the bubonic plague and all our limbs will drop off. This is what we are being told, and it is nonsense and it is dangerous. as a doctor, I just want to tell you, because obviously health is very important to all of us, I want to tell you why that is the case. You see, medicine is global and it's very flexible. Firstly, we already trade with Europe. We import and export from Europe. It's a bilateral thing. We already conform to European standards, and therefore a trade deal is very easy to do. Most pharmaceutical companies already have footprints in the EU and the UK. It's not an issue. This isn't about Europe, though. This is about the world. And if you look at the drug manufacturing around the world, let's look at one country, India. India makes a third of the world's medicines now, generic medicines. By 2050, they will make half of the world's medicines. So who would you rather do a deal with, India or Portugal? Make your own mind up about that. And if the EU doesn't want to sell drugs to us, we will go elsewhere. The United States has an abundant supply of drugs. We can import biosimilars and insulin and all sorts of other things because they're refrigerated. It is not an issue. Your health is not at stake if we leave with a clean WTO Brexit. Fundamentally, this is about democracy. We have to send a very strong message to people in Westminster that their time is up. This is a pivotal moment in British history. And you need to go from here and you need to say to them, this is the time that we change politics for good.
Isn't it great?